In this video, we're gonna teach you how to do a burnout in a manual vehicle. Get her up to about 4 or 5 grand. Jump her out. Brake. Before this video starts, I wanted to announce that I just started a new reactions channel. So if you guys ever wanted to do a drift donut rating, it is tagged down below in the description. It is Jensen's Reactions, and I do a bunch of different reactions on that channel, from high-speed chases to crashes to I'm gonna do a lot on that channel, so make sure you go subscribe to that as well. But let's get right to the driving tutorial. Come on. Hello, I'm Jensen. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another driving tutorial. In the last driving tutorial that I did, we learned how to drive manual. So if you haven't seen that, make sure you go check that out after this video, or you might want to watch that one first. I don't know what sequence you want to watch them, but in this video, we're going to teach you how to do a burnout in a manual vehicle. I do these because a lot of people don't know how to drive manual, and they don't know how to drive them in the correct manner, aka doing burnouts and donuts and drifting and all that type of stuff. So we're going to teach you part 1, which is how to do a burnout. A lot of different types of burnouts, I guess you could say. There's like Australian style, there's little sitters, there's a lot of different examples of burnouts. So we're gonna start off by teaching you guys how to just dump the clutch. Very, very simple, and then we're gonna go on to burnouts and standstill burnouts. Let's get to it. I hope you guys learned something today. Drop a comment, make sure you guys subscribe. Let's get to it, come on. As you guys can see, we are in the Turbo Mero today, and this is a car with 550-ish wheel horsepower. So it is going to do a burnout a lot easier than a stock LS1 Camaro or a stock SN95 Mustang or stock Fox body or something with less horsepower. It's not going to be as easy. You'll obviously still be able to do a burnout in first gear, but if you try to do it in second, it might not happen. All right, so I got a few different angles in here so you guys can kind of understand what I'm saying. So we're gonna start off in first gear. Obviously find a very safe space to do this, somewhere private, not on the streets, nowhere near the streets. So clutch is in first gear. What you want to do is get your RPMs up enough to be able to spin the tires, but not low enough to just bog down when you dump the clutch. So I'm gonna say sweet spot is around 4,000 RPMs. You don't want to bang rev limiter or anything. You can, but we're gonna try to save our our vehicle for now. So what you're gonna do is get the RPMs up to about 4,000, okay, with your foot on the clutch, okay, foot on the clutch, and get them up to 4,000. Saw all that I did was get the RPMs up, and then as soon as the RPMs are where I want them to, dump the clutch. And then when you dump the clutch, you want to stay in the gas, and you can bring it up as much as you want, but that's pretty much the very, very simple way to dump the clutch and continue going. So that's just a clutch dump. Obviously you can get spicy with it. You can put it in second gear, and if you know what you're doing, you can go with third gear and just party. But like I said, we're learning today. So first gear clutch dump. Now once we get the hang of that and we're ready and we're super comfortable with that, we can focus on hitting the brakes. As soon as you let off the clutch, you want to start rolling into the brakes. That'll apply enough pressure to the front brakes so you'll be able to sit still in one spot and be able to still spin the rear wheels, aka a standstill burnout. So a quick explanation of what a standstill burnout is. You're applying enough brake pressure on the car to be able to lock up the front brakes, but not, that was a big bump, but not enough pressure to lock up the rear brakes, so you can stay in the gas and have the rear wheels spin, but your front wheels are locked up. So there's a sweet spot in the brake pressure that you apply, brake pressure that you apply to be able to slip the rear wheels and stay in place. So you'll have to, it's really seat time practice. You'll get used to it a bunch. It kind of varies car to car, obviously, because the brake setup's different in every vehicle. But for this one specifically, you gotta apply a decent amount of brake pressure and a decent amount of gas. So same thing like we did when we just did the clutch dump. We're gonna bring the RPMs up to about 4 to 5,000 RPMs, dump the clutch, but instead of just letting the clutch go and dropping my left foot to the side, we're gonna immediately take our left foot and apply it to the brake pedal. So we're gonna go from left foot clutch to left foot brake, and then we'll play with the sensitivity of the brake to be able to tell, okay, I need a little bit more gas so the car won't bog down, or I need a little bit more brake to stop the car. And it's really a balance between both feet, gas and braking. So once you find that balance point, it's super simple. Like I said, you just got to do it. It's seat time practice, but it's really easy once you get the method down. Let's go ahead and show you guys an example. All right, so once again, we're gonna come to a stop. First gear, get her up to about 4 to 5,000 RPMs, dump the clutch, and then immediately go from clutch to brake pedal, and then gas as you wish. And then immediately go from clutch to brake pedal, and then gas as you wish. Alright, so let's go over what we just saw. So, standstill burnout. Like I said, you have to immediately go from that clutch pedal over to the brake pedal and apply enough brake to stay at a standstill, but keep them rear wheels spinning. And you there's a balance point of applying enough brake pressure and giving it enough gas to be able to keep them rear wheels spinning, but not bogged down and not, look soggy. So make sure you're giving it enough gas. Like I said, the sweet spot to dump the clutch for this is around like 4 to 5,000 RPMs, really depending on what car you're in. Because if you're in like a stock single cam something or other, and you got 200 horsepower, you might need a bang rev limiter to get that thing to spin. It really just depends on the car. But yeah, let's do one more standstill burnout for you guys, and hopefully after that, I feel like you guys should know everything about standstill burnouts, because they're not too difficult to do. They're pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but it's very crucial, because once you learn how to do standstill burnouts, you get the method of left foot braking. And once you get the method of left foot braking, it unlocks a whole new level of driving and what you can be capable of doing. It's really crazy. I use left foot braking a lot. A lot of the Formula Drift guys do. It's very helpful. You can get smokier drifts, and there's a lot of benefits. We'll get into that later on down the road. But for now, standstill burnouts. Let's do it. All right, and another one. Get her up to about 4 or 5 grand. Dump her out. Brake. So by now, I hope you guys get the concept. It is pretty simple, pretty much. You get your RPMs up, dump the clutch, go from clutch, that was a big bump, go from clutch to brake, and then pretty much play with the gas pedal and the brake pedal, and just kind of, like I said, get that balance point in between the wheel spinning and staying locked in place. And you can always give it more gas for more smoke, and then let off the brake a little bit if you want to creep forward. There's a lot of techniques or different things that you can try with the standstill burnout. So I hope you guys learned something. Just a quick video. Been a while since I posted, so I wanted to post something that maybe we'll help you guys learn something and not just some bullshit. So thank you for watching. Love you guys. Make sure you comment down below what driving tutorials I should do next. And yeah, make sure you subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Love you. Doses.